Hello, I'm Bryan Hutcheson, Sheriff of Rockingham County in the city of Harrisonburg, and thank you for joining me for the Rocktown Crime Report on rocktownnow.com. Today is Friday, December the 6th. I think we got a great segment for you today. We're going to look at some total inmate numbers, kind of going back throughout the year. We're going to talk about a question of the week that came in, and we're also going to touch on a few current events here that we want to talk about. But let's start by talking about some inmate numbers. And we've done this in the past, but we'll put this graphic up for here for you to see. And glancing at this is one we used back in the summertime where we compared the July. This is the total number of locally responsible inmates. And we compared the summer months, the Julys from the past, I guess it'd be 4 years, 2021, 2, 3, and 4, and just kind of compared those total numbers to see any trends there and how that was looking, and nothing, again, nothing we found that was too alarming, but we wanted to, now that we're at year's end, kind of see, okay, well, now we're closing in on the end of 2024, and kind of say, well, all right, well, let's look at the numbers. How are we sitting here today? We wanted to share that with you, and actually it was kind of, I want to say funny, but kind of maybe a little bit unique in the way that we did it. So when we looked at the in November, probably about middle of part of November, we checked out the numbers, and it turned out they were exactly the same numbers as you see there in green. The July 2023 numbers, where we had 322 inmates being held here and 154 inmates being held at Middle River for a total of 476. Well, mid-November, that number was exactly the same. So, as far as trend wise, again, you can kind of see the up down, and fortunately, right now, looking at it that way, in the total numbers that we have that we're responsible for here in Harrisonburg, Rockingham, we're kind of back on a little bit of a downward trend, and nothing better that we would like to see at year's end than to see a little bit of a downward trend, but a little bit, unique, and you can't make it up that as it turns out in November, it was the exact same numbers as we saw back a year and a half ago in July of 2023. So a good trend, a little bit downward. Hopefully we can stay there, certainly through the holidays and maybe even the winter. But for now, thought that was a little bit interesting to kind of look at those total numbers of folks that are being held for different crimes here, that were committed here in our community. So touched on that, just kind of as an overview, kind of interesting, I hope. And then now we want to touch on our question of the week that we had come in. And what that is what does the inmate work crew do? And good question. I think some people, you may have even seen, maybe this individual saw, we have the vehicles that go around. We actually have a truck that we have an inmate work crew in, and more like a smaller van. So we have two work crews, inmate work crews, that we run pretty much on a daily basis on the weekdays. And the first point I'd like to make on that is it's voluntary. That's not mandatory in any way. Anyone who wants, any inmate that is, that wants to participate in the work crew, puts in to do so. It's at their own choosing rather than us doing it. So just clarify that right out the gate. It doesn't work that way, that it's anything other than them volunteering to do different things, different places. It's good. Again, I think it's good for us. It's good for the community and good for the inmates in doing so. So we run two. When they're fully staffed, it's four inmates on each. Sometimes, as you'll see here, we're going to put a graphic up that we don't always have four on each crew, but we will run the crews daily. So let's look at the November. Here's the summary numbers from just last month, November, and kind of some things you can see that stand out. We'll just start with November the 1st. We had just the one crew that went out. It was 5 inmates. So 5 inmates, 8 hours. That was 40 hours of work that got done that day, cleaning up some graffiti and mulching in downtown, and that was in the city. And then you can kind of scroll down through there, different things that they did throughout. Look at November the 13th. We had a two-man crew watering plants and doing flower boxes in the city, and then a one-man crew doing cleaning broken glass, graffiti, and flower boxes. So that day, we had a little bit of both. You look at 2 days, we put up Christmas lights in Broadway. We cleared some brush in grottos. So they get out and do different things, planting bushes, clearing leaves, doing the Christmas lights. I guess it seems to be, looking at this, a pretty popular thing. And again, it's very helpful to those areas, the city, the county, the towns. They're available to do things like that anywhere. We only do it on public property, so we don't do it for any private individuals. The only thing we will do that is important to note is we'll clean graffiti on private property upon being requested to do so. But for the rest of it, you can't say, hey, can you call us and have the inmate work crew get my leaves up? No, but we'll do it at Westover Park. We'll do it on government property, but not private property for things like you saw on that sheet, the clean and brush. And literally, they do all sorts of things. The summer type of months are different than what we see now with the leaves and the Christmas lights, but it's a wide variety of different things that they do that, again, I think it benefits everybody concerned. So, good question. That's something that we're proud to have it going, and I think again a lot of benefits to it. So appreciate that question. Next thing we wanted to kind of move on to was some current events, and here we are in December. What, 19 days I think from Christmas? It's hard to believe, but there's a lot of great community events going on this time of year. If you check out the community calendars tab on rocktownnow.com, they usually keep a very thorough and up to date listing of some, but a couple that I want to touch on. I think Dayton has the town. There's something in their town tonight, this Friday night, the 6th. We will be participating in. We'll have our motorcycles out there too. We'll be out at the Bridgewater Christmas Parade tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we'll be at the Harrisonburg Christmas Parade tomorrow at 7 p.m. And again, I think most every town has different things. I think Timberville has something tomorrow as well. So I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but check them out. The parades are great. If you can make them tomorrow, we'd love to see you there. But there's different lighting and different other kind of Christmas type events throughout the county, no matter what area of the county you live in. There's going to be something for you. So check that out if you have any interest at all. I think it's really a bustling time of year. There's a lot of things going on and a lot of things that you can kind of check out, Christmas lights and all that. I love it. I mean, personally, myself, my favorite month of the year is December, and it's not even close. So I just love this time of year. A lot going on, a lot of good things, a lot of good fun, little family times and activities to have right here at the Christmas time of year. So check that out, and maybe we'll see you at some of those different events. The other thing is, if you have any questions, we love the questions. You can send the questions into the news at rocktownnow.com. We'll try to get you in on another segment, and we'll not sure exactly what we'll be doing the rest of the year because with the holidays coming up, we may miss a segment or two, but we'll try to get another segment in before the year's end. But we wanted to touch on some of those total jail numbers here, kind of coming to the end of the year to see what that looks like. And again, the good news we found there is the numbers are a little bit down, which we like to see. Maybe let's hope we can keep them that way. So anyway, we'll see. Hope you enjoyed that segment. We appreciate you tuning in to check it out. We'll see you next time, hopefully soon. Be safe and have a wonderful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Great time of year to do so. So appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you next time.